Here we are in our final lesson for 5.5. We're going to take a look at what type of linear equations are below. So this is our third type of linear equation that we haven't talked about yet. That third form is what's called standard form. It's written as ax plus by equals c. Now notice that a, b, and c are in capitals. That's because those can never be fractions or decimals. You'll always see them as integers. So for example, our a value here would be the 3, the b is the 4, the c is the -12. How we use these when graphing, we're going to substitute 0 for x and then solve for the y. The reason why is we're going to let x equal 0 and find the y-intercept. Because if I wrote any point on the y-axis as an ordered pair, it would, the x value would always be 0. We're going to repeat, but this time we're going to do a 0 for the y and then solve for x. So that will give us our x-intercept where the y value for that coordinate would be 0. We're going to let x equal 0 and substitute that into our equation. So you can see that I've replaced the x with a 0. You could skip this step because you could just multiply that in your head. It would be 0, and then we would just end up with 4y equals -12. So if you see that, that's a little bit of a shortcut you can take in the future. So let's go ahead and do that part. And you can see I've got my 4y equals -12. This just goes away because it's 0. Divide by 4 into both sides. I get y equals -3. When I write that as an ordered pair, remember I let my x value equal 0, and my y value now we can see is -3. We're going to repeat this whole process for the y. So you can see once again, I replaced the y with a 0, so I'm letting y equal 0. That's going to just cancel out, leaving us with 3x equals -12 when we divide by 3. X equals -4, and that means my ordered pair, my x value will be -4 and my y value will be 0. I'm going to plot those points on my axes. So my x-intercept is at -4, and my y-intercept is at -3, so 0, -3. Then I take a straight edge and draw a line through those. Now notice I'm only going to be able to get 2 points, so accuracy might be a slight issue when drawing my line. But that's okay. It's just a rough estimate of where our values are going to be. But we can start to tell a bunch of things about this line. We can tell it's got a negative slope. We can tell you where the y-intercept is. So we could write this in slope-intercept form at this point. I'm going to repeat the whole process with this next one, but I'm going to take some shortcuts that I mentioned in the previous problem. Because I'm letting x equal 0, this x term is just going to 0 out, and I'm left with -9y equals 18. Divide by the -9. I've got y equals -2, and that ordered pair then is going to be 0 for the x value, -2 for the y value. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my graph right now. There's 0, -2. To find my other intercept, I'm going to let y equal 0 this time. So you can see I replaced that y with a 0, so that term will 0 out, and I'm left with just 6x equals 18. Divide both sides by 6 this time. X equals 3. That means my ordered pair, the x value is 3, the y value is 0. So on the x-axis, it crosses that intercept there. Drawing my line through those 2 points, I can now see that this is the graph for B And the first one was for example A there. In example 5, I'm going to show you one more method that we can use, and that is to solve for y. When I solve for y, I'm going to get this into slope-intercept form. We're actually going to look at this method a little bit more in our next lesson, but I wanted to introduce it here. I'm going to draw my line down my equal sign like I always do, and remember my goal is to get that y by itself. So I'm going to move this 3x, subtract it from both sides. When I do that, I get 5y equals negative 3x plus 30. Next, I need to divide the 5 from both sides. But when I do that, I need to make sure I divide it from all my terms. When I do that, the 5's cancel on the left side, and I end up with a fraction. So I've got y equals negative 3/5 x plus 6. You might prefer this method, especially if you liked to graph by slopes, because we can see now that my slope is negative 3/5 and my y-intercept was at 6. I can put a point at 6, go down 3, and run 5. And I've got a point there, down 3 again, and run 5. That gives me my 3 points for my line. All right, and that's how you would graph this one. So for example B, I'm going to let you go ahead and pick which method you like the best. So give it a try, and I'll show you how I did it. For example B, I graphed this by intercept, so you can see it's that green line. We'll see how you did. I used that standard form method. Some of you might have chosen to solve for y there instead and then graph by the point, the y-intercept and the slope. Totally your choice. But hopefully you are getting better at graphing those lines.